years, I have not seen Ninja Scroll the movie. They didn't have it online, so I just watched the series instead. This is kind of a good thing since I want to judge this series as a standalone from the movie, because if I watch the movie, which is supposed to be very good, I might be biased towards the anime already, having a liking for its counterpart. Since I don't want to waste time, you can read this summary in the sidebar if you think you'd be interested to watch this anime. Let's begin with the things I liked, aka positive notes. Number 1. The fight scenes. The fight scenes were pretty much the backbone of this anime. They are very ingenuitive, and because of this, I never got bored, since one was never like the other. 2. The music. By itself, the music wasn't so great, but it fit the anime perfectly and set the mood. Finally, the animation. The drawings were beautiful. Now for the problems. Characters. I didn't like a single one of the main characters, aka heroes. They were conventional, boring, and kind of annoying. In fact, I liked the villains way more than the heroes. Jubei was way too powerful. He was like nearly invincible. You know how in most animes the main character fights and trains tirelessly, working their ass off to become stronger? I mean, don't get me wrong, they're strong from the start, stronger than most of their opponents, but they continue to improve. It's not like this in this anime. Jubei never grows. He just lounges around, taking long naps, not worried about getting slaughtered because he knows he's the strongest and the best and no one can touch him. I would be too if I had his power, which I won't give away. Because of this fact, it takes a lot of tension away from the fights. After the first 2 or 3, you'll just be like, Jubei will win, I wonder how. You're not worried or concerned at all for his well-being, because you know he'll come through in the end. I didn't care much for Jubei because he always contradicted himself. I mean, although he was a mercenary, people who sell their services, or in other words, sell out, he kept his word to protect the Light Maiden and the Dragonstone. There are other instances, but I don't want to give anything away. Next main character. To be blunt, I hated Shigure. She was kind of a bitch and was completely useless. She's supposed to be ultra powerful as the Light Maiden, who will lead the people out of darkness, but doesn't do anything but nag at her friends, cry, and run away from danger. She depends too heavily on Jubei and trusts people she shouldn't too lightly. The next characters are even worse than Shigure. They are the people she shouldn't trust. Tsubute and Dakuan. I don't know how to pronounce their name very well. Tsubute is an incompetent, annoying thief who tries to steal the Dragonstone countless times. Despite him plainly telling her he plans to sell her for money. As a slave, I guess. I don't know. He failed attempts at stealing the Dragonstone. She trusts him and cares for him. I mean, she's a stupid, useless bitch, but why would you trust him after he tried stealing the Dragonstone? And says he's gonna sell you as a slave. I don't know. As for Dakuan, he's some creepy, old, ugly man who she also trusts and cares for, although he tried stealing the stone as well, and kept valuable information from her. Well, at least he was useful. It was really a shame since Tsubute had potential. He had like an awesome talent, which he never expanded upon. Like, he literally knocked out people with pebbles. I thought that was so cool. I thought he was cool at first, but he quickly revealed himself to be an ass. Instead, he depends on an old man to protect him. That's so sad. The next problem is story. Usually the story of a good anime is interesting, unique, and tight. This story is none of those things. The story is pretty cheap and conventional. The whole Light Maiden thing is a ripoff. You know, the heroine being the reincarnate of a powerful priestess, maiden, queen, whatever. And the Dragonstone was cliché as well. The Dragonstone reminded me of the Shikon jewel from its shape and to its splitting. At one point, the Dragonstone splits into 2 pieces. This happens with the Shikon jewel, except it splits into hundreds of shards that scatter. Well, at least the Dragonstone didn't scatter for no reason. This was because they wanted to keep it short. It takes a long time to gather all those pieces. This brings me to the next problem. The anime was way too short for events to unfold properly. Nothing was explained. I appreciate they didn't blatantly state the epilogue or reveal any big plot points with a humongous speech. However, a little confirmation would be nice. They could have confirmed anything the audience was uncertain about. Despite all of its problems and shortcomings, Ninja Scroll is an experience every anime fan should have. I liked it because of the feeling it gave me when I watched it. It was worth watching.